Hey guys, what is going on? I owe you all a huge apology, or at least I feel I do. Simply because I just have been incredibly lacking on content in any way, shape, or form, really, for a good couple of weeks now. I think this is the third week, or yeah, about the third, fourth week. Yeah, something like that. That I haven't got anything out for you, and yeah, that isn't right, of course, because I know it sounds stupid, but I do feel a bit responsible. Well, I'm of course entirely responsible, and it's not that I haven't wanted to do content, although I did go through a stage where I just felt like I wanted to have a little bit of a break after I got back from Newquay. I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't going to do content. I tried to record. A lot of this was explained in a video, well, the massive video that you're going to see next, but it's completely entirely to a black screen. I don't have any gameplay for it, and it just takes me so long to sort gameplay out for it. I'm having a lot of computer issues at the moment, so just bear with me. Anything referenced to the gameplay, of course, in that video, just go on to ignore it, or the video you're about to watch, just completely ignore it. It was supposed to be on some PC footage, but I rendered it out. It was glitchy, and the audio cut out after 8 minutes. I'd uploaded it for about a day. Literally, it took me about 20 hours to upload because it was a huge file. I rendered it weirdly. So just bear with me. I'll be back in the swing of things soon, and I'm afraid, yeah, this is just a black screen that you're going to have to watch for about half an hour. It's a response to Colin. Of course, links in the below. Everything I'm saying here is explained. So, yeah, sorry about that. I'm really trying to get back to it, but I'll speak to you guys soon properly, hopefully with some proper Battlefield content behind you. See you guys. I honestly cannot believe I just told myself I'd do that first try, and I just like stopped, and I was like, no way did I just stop after doing that much. You are, as you can probably tell, sitting down to watch a very long commentary, and I feel it's because I owe you it, and also because I can't really edit, and the game's about half an hour long, so I've got a lot to talk about. I think I can fill it up, and this is the second try, and this is just a sort of pre-warning thing. If I burst into coughing fit somewhere, probably frequently actually, because I've just started coughing loads because I'm doing a commentary. I don't know why. I think it just life hates me or something. Please don't be scared. I will hop back on the mic just afterwards, but you may have to bear with the coughing because it's just a lot of effort to do anything else, editing my voice lots. So yeah, just live with it, and I'll talk a couple of seconds after. So basically, what I wanted to say was this is most likely going to be a response to Colin's latest video. Well, it might be his latest video. It depends when this goes up. I'll just throw a link in the description because he did say he wanted responses if at all you had something to say, and I have plenty sort of to say later on. But to start with, I'm going to address my own channel for anyone that comes here from that response, because I've been away for a couple of weeks and I want to talk to people. So anyway, hi guys, what's going on? We're 1 minute 38 seconds into this commentary, and I decided to say hello to you all. So yeah, the reason you see PC footage in the background instead of some decent console gameplay, and I'm not saying that because like console looks better or anything, because it doesn't, that's silly, but because I actually suck at PC and I don't suck at console. Well, Connor thinks I do, but anyway. It's because Vegas 09 doesn't recognise MP4. I tried everything with Mr. Cheapkills last night. Well, was it last night or the night before? But yeah, we didn't know how to fix it, so gonna have to keep working on that. Secondly, this is a very long process, and I thought I got past the long process of making videos, but alas, no, I didn't. I'm recording this on my MacBook because my X11s don't work on my PC. If anybody knows how to make my X11s work and be recognised as a microphone on my PC and possibly a headset at the same time, at the moment it's not really recognising either of them. No, it recognises. Wait, okay. It likes it if it's an earphone headset thingy-majig, so the audio is fine, but the microphone isn't. Microphone just keeps reverting to my other microphone. Maybe I need to unplug it. I've not tried that yet. Maybe we'll try it afterwards. But if anybody knows anything about that, or has had problems like that before with Turtle Beach X11s or any other headset similar, I'm on Windows 7, I guess, if that makes any difference. But yeah, okay, cool. So just tell me how to sort this all out, and I'll love you forever. where are we going with this then? Okay. So to start with, hi, I'm back again. I've been away for a couple of weeks, sort of, apart from that weird video about a live commentary and me dying, which was a bad choice of words, but, yeah. I was in Nuki for a week, as you all know. I enjoyed it muchly. It was good fun, very memorable. My friends and me and stuff, we got up to a lot. We met some nice looking people, just putting that out there, you know. Bit of banter as well, you know, memorable times. Galore, to be quite honest with you, for a week. It was really enjoyable. And yeah, definitely worth doing. Definitely a good week out. And I missed you guys a bit. I missed you guys more now that I'm back and actually had like the ability to do videos, but I couldn't. As you could probably tell from the live commentary I did with my first game off my new PC on Battlefield by Company 2. I'm ill, sort of. We picked up like this Nuki flu. I mean, like 10 other people I know have got it at least, and some other people we met down there said they've got it when we've been talking afterwards. So it's definitely got around from down there somewhere. I mean, I'm over the worst of it. Like, I'm not like in bed anymore, like bleh, feeling rubbish, but I just have this horrible cough, which is what you might hear now and again. So just sorry about that. What else do I have to say? Not a lot else. That was actually it for where I've been and everything. So actually the majority of the commentary was about A, response to Colin, and B, the Call of Duty Battlefield community whole thing. I did address that in the DQ competition somewhat, but I think I can do it justice again, reconsidering thoughts, you know, more of the time, even though, you know, I never seem to make any sense, which sucks a bit. But so I'm at work today and I'm thinking to myself, like, I see Benjasaw, you may know him, he's quite well known, but he hasn't got a massive channel. And he was talking like, he was just like, I can't stand all these people that have never played Battlefield trying to talk about Battlefield and whatever, and I totally agreed, and that spawned off one like line of commentary in my head, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it all in one, because Colin also sort of addressed that in his. So I'm just going to start, you know, okay, so Decrew Colin, Oplan77, Colin, whatever you want to call him, a very long time member of the Decrew, very long time friend of mine. I initially found him, came across him basically, off Saspin Junior's channel. So I got into Battlefield, Bad Company 2, and I was like, I don't know how to understand this game. What should I do? I should look up tutorials. Best tutorial ever, Pixel Enemy. Fucking go to my favourites or go on my page. It's sitting there, linked, saying if you don't know how to play Battlefield, watch this video, because god damn, that video makes so much sense after playing it for like a year, and the new players just like to memorise that. But anyway, you know, I found Colin's channel and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. He was on about, I think he was on about 1,500 subs, so he was pretty small back then. Much bigger than me at the moment, but still quite small in the grand scheme of things. Oh god, I'm about to cough. You know, like how you feel a sneeze coming on? I can feel a cough coming on. He was quite small back then. I came across him, I think that was the number. And I just got talking to him, really. I was like, yeah, I'm really liking this guy's content, I'm really liking his videos, and, you know, he's showing some Battlefield content, which is what I'm after. So, you know, I dropped him a cheeky sub. And I stayed talking to him, you know, keeping in touch on his comments, you know, keep messaging him about some music, I think it was, one of his intro songs, which was actually turned out to be a really good song. It was The Package by, oh dear god, I can't remember the artist. How embarrassing. I'm just going to look that up now. But, you know, I just kept in touch with him. And that, at the end of the day, that's what kind of, sort of, oh, it's about Perfect Circle. Perfect Circle, The Package. Good song, actually. Bit long, but it's definitely got a lot of sort of good vibes on it. But it's a bit different to what you'd usually expect from me, knowing like all my dubstep and everything. So yeah, I was talking to him a lot, and to be honest, I just got on with him. I don't know what he thinks about it all, but you know, I really enjoyed talking to him. He's a great guy, and he definitely got like a good head on him. He's also always happy to answer questions. And obviously now that was when he was such a small channel, he was able to keep up with everything. I know that he definitely puts the effort in, but, you know, 26,000 or whatever he's on now, it's Little bit of a struggle, just a bit. But yeah, I'm still in touch with him, I guess, somewhat. And it's great to see how his channel's developed. It's great to see all this work that he's put in. And I know there's a lot of people in the community who put in a lot of work. Do not get me wrong. There are some guys that put in countless hours of work, but so does Colin. And someone gets a break, just so happened to be Colin. You know, he's got some musical talent, and that blew up. I remember when he was talking to me about 5,000 subs. What are we gonna do? And I was like, what are you doing for this monumental occasion? And then he goes and drops the bomb that was Eureka, and it fucking took off like a rocket, didn't it? I was there, and it was like on a few thousand views within hours. I was like, whoa, that's much better than usual. And he's like, yeah, I know. And you know, it obviously was because it was musical, and it was like, oh, that's pretty good. So it was steadily going and going and going and going and going and going and going. 80k when I next checked it. Then I next checked again, like 130, and then all of these websites were getting tweeted and shared and told about how this video was just amazing. And then DICE and Battlefield Twitter and everything just blew up, telling everybody about this video, and boom, it's at like past 300,000 if I recall correctly from one of the podcasts recently. So absolutely amazing stuff, and that fired him thousands and thousands of subscribers forward. Of course, as well, on top of that, as he said, NGT, you know, and now he's, I think, if I've got my numbers right, he's the biggest Battlefield channel. And I mean, the one little gripe that I've got with everybody in the Battlefield community, basically, which is totally unrelated, but it's something he mentioned in his video. I've just got this like text document here, and I'm just like, I just recorded this entire commentary, and I just forgot to say anything about it. So I'm going to just say this sort of out of nowhere. Just bear with me on this. I'll get back to my actual point in a minute. But snipers, okay, snipers, here we go. I know there is a lot of dislike for snipers, and I know I am quite a, I hate to say it, but I am actually quite good, handy with that kit, you know? And I don't want to like sound like a dick or anything, but I am, I'd say, better than average with the sniper kit. But that's just me, okay? You know, there are much better players out there, like Barney, like Stone, and I'm not even going to go to PC because that's not a fair comparison. But on an even playing field on the consoles, you know, I'm not fucking bad with it. But obviously, yeah, there are players that are much better than me. But you know what I mean. And it's people that are like, oh, this class is overpowered. Well, it is in the right hands. Like, yeah, fuck me, it's overpowered. The SV98's like a little fucking destruction machine, man. Like, I do better with that fucking SV98 than I would with a bloody assault rifle sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's like great. You can complain and bitch because I'm able to use this kit effectively, and dick slap a lot of people. But at the same time, you know, I've suffered like getting good with it. You know, it didn't come naturally. It's like been a pretty long slog actually to get decent with it and able to hold my own and pull off nice KDs. Play aggressively. Aggressively, it's hard. Okay. Fucking running around with a fucking reg scope in someone's base on rush or whatever isn't as easy as a lot of people make out. So, you know, like, I've spent time on the kit, and, you know, I've put quite a bit of effort into getting good with it. I think I am pretty decent with it, and people that complain about it, you want to get good with it and then dick on people, because it's much more fun if you're on the giving out instead of receiving, as with most things. But I don't like it when people say, oh, it's overpowered, or it needs to be taken out the next game. This stuff about that I was listening to on the podcast about quick scopers and stuff. You don't want Wookiees in the game, yet you're discouraging quick scoping. You're discouraging attacking game style, you know? You're discouraging these people like myself who run in with a reg scope. I don't fucking throw tickets away. I throw a motion sensor on an objective, go and plant that bitch and defend it. Or fucking C4 or mortar strike planted on top of it. People come in and get it, boom, you're down. I get people spawning on me, they can see who's around them. I've got a motion sensor in front of them. It's on an MCOM. That's not, I don't care how good you are with a fucking medic kit, because I can pop you in the head with a fucking sniper rifle. So, and yet you complain about the Wookiee sitting 200 meters back. in our own spawn, and yet you get pissed off when I run around and quickscope your ass. It's like, okay, what do you want us to? Do you just not want the kit in the game? Do you not want this effective kit in the game? Because it is bloody effective. Okay, yes, a medic wall is pretty fucking hard to beat as well, but you know, I do not care if I've got 3 or 4 recons on the team if they're playing like Barney, man. I mean, damn, he fucking destroys on his own. You think about, you have 4 Barneys running around on your team, and the opposition don't have a chance. I mean, motion mines are bloody effective on their own. Even if they're on another kit, I just use that kit because it had the motion mines. That's one of the main reasons I use recon. And because of that, I've then been decent and practiced quite a bit, you know, put a lot of time in to get good with this different sniper rifles. Honestly, though, it is SV98 dominated. Yes, that thing is overpowered in the right hands, but you give it to someone who doesn't really play it a lot, and they won't do that well. They'll struggle, especially like to play reg scope. I mean, 4 times is a lot easier because you know you've got your peripheral vision around the scope. But if you play like full scope and you have the blacked out area, you've got to be quick and accurate. You've got to like bounce across targets and stuff like that. Drag scope, pretty tricky to get used to. But I mean, I think it takes quite a lot of skill. Obviously it's not the most skilled thing in the game, but it's definitely up there. And I do get annoyed. I hope people understand where I'm coming from when I get annoyed about this. When people get like, oh, we need to patch it, we need to nerf this whole sniper kit thing. Not really, no. I honestly don't think you do. I think it's very powerful, but only to certain players, and that's a very small minority of good players with that kit who are the ones that get you annoyed about it because they are rushing, they're planting these MCOMs and then turning you over in one shot. I think that's totally fair. Absolutely fair. I mean, if you're running something like an M95, then you get smacked from a mile away. And you're like, oh my god, he just killed me from a mile away in one shot. Yeah, he's using a massive ass gun, which gives you shit all at close range, unless you're using it 4 times, because that scope comes in so slowly, that reload and rechamber come in so slowly. It needs something mid-range for that M95 is an absolute monster. It absolutely shocks people, but, you know, there's a balance there with the snipers. I mean, like, the SV98 is fast as fuck. Quick, close range is a beast, and I've got used to it at long range, well, mid-range now, long range sort of, with the reg scope now. So it's a much easier gun to use, and then people complain at me about it. Well, not me personally, but I know people complain about this kind of thing, and it just annoys me because it takes a lot more than they probably think to get as good as the people that are effective enough to annoy them. And honestly, I don't care. I'd have 12 Wookiees on my team if they're all playing rushing like that effectively. Then I would have 11 Wookiees on the back of my base behind me. So that's how I see it. But back to my point. That's a complete random train of conversation actually there. But where was I? I was talking about. Oh my god, I've gone completely off the ball here. But okay, you guys can leave responses to that, however you see it. And now we are going to take a second. I'm going to take a drink. Okay, now we're going to talk back about Colin and everything like that. So, you know, we got Colin at 26, might be more than that. Let me have a quick look. And we've got a number of large channels like that who are, wait, ooh, is it 28? Jesus, 28, 150. You beast. Just checked. Anyway, you have these channels which are much larger. They're bringing Battlefield and Battlefield by Company 2 especially to a much bigger community. You've got Colin for Next Gen Tactics. Obviously, Pixel Enemy is devoted to Battlefield. You know, you've got like Don't Blink and a number of other people working there. You have people like Big Mooney and I think Swordsman. They're both on Machinima, aren't they? You know, they're 2 guys, Big Mooney with his top 5 plays, that kind of thing, bringing Battlefield content to Machinima, to what is really regarded as a Call of Duty dominated network. And then you've got some of the PC guys bringing their montages to things like Hazard Cinema. Mass posts there quite frequently, with very rightly so. Enigma getting a lot of publicity for his aggressive recon. If any of you know S&Ds, you know that guy's been praising Enigma, shouting him out, giving him all this love, and well deserved, because the guy's got oodles of talent. and it's all these people that are getting Battlefield by company known, and because of this, because of the lead up to Battlefield 3, hot damn Call of Duty, you guys have got on this thing like a train, haven't you? You've seen that it's getting popular, and you guys are flocking to it. You've seen that there are views to be had about this game, and you guys are absolutely dying over this game now. What the fuck happened? Wait, is Call of Duty not getting any views anymore? Are you not getting that YouTube money? Oh shit, son. Mate, we've got to change our game style. Let's go and find another game that's really popular, that's really good. And I don't really care if there's an existing community built around the game. I don't really care, because those channels, they're all 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. There's only a couple of them that might even touch us. I mean, there's only a couple of them on Machinima, Machinima, the big money. And, I mean, like, a number of the channels that I know that are Battlefield are, like, either my size, which is less than 1,000, or literally only a few thousand subscribers. I mean, like, as I mentioned, Barney, you've got people like Red Dragons, Don't Revive Me Bro, Don't Revive Me Bro, like, not only like the site and stuff, but there's only a couple of thousand users on there, if I understand rightly. But we are a core community, and we're built around this game. No doubt there are people out there that aren't part of this community that play Battlefield a lot. I'm not doubting that there's people on YouTube that will play it and not associate themselves that much with us. But they are existing Battlefield players. And when I think of the community on here, I think of people like D-Crew, all of that lot. Not Hobo though, because he only plays Minecraft. I love you really, Hobo. So you've got your D-Crew, you've got your PC guys, who, if anybody asks me, it's like Enigma Mass, Spec Ops Delta, and obviously Blink and people like that, which is sort of D-Crew as well, but you know what I mean. And then you've basically got a lot of other people. It's hard, I don't really know what to call everybody, but I just go with like Koino Barney, Red Dragons, D1B, let's just call it that, because that's a huge group of people, a lot of really good quality guys over there, and really nice guys as well. I know a couple of them quite well. Well, not really well, but you know what I mean. Cheapkills, Ty Webb, all of these guys, great guys, who post Battlefield or follow Battlefield or just help the community out, in one way or another. And it's amazing to see that suddenly Battlefield 3 has got so much hype around it. Obviously, because it's gonna fucking kick the shit into Modern Warfare 3. No doubt in my mind that Battlefield 3 will be a better game. On console, I think I'll enjoy it more anyway. But on console, I'm gonna say Call of Duty will be better, because simply of performance. They've got they hi Conto. They do have it down on console. If you're gonna choose a game, a first-person shooter on console, it's most likely to be Call of Duty. But on the scale where it's really at, and I'm getting this like urge of elitism here, PC, they shouldn't even release Modern Warfare 3 on the PC, because it will be wiped out this year by Battlefield. Battlefield 3 is just, obviously you've seen it, I've heard this from a lot of people. I'm an idiot concerning technology in all regards, so I'm just echoing what people have said. But Battlefield 3 is Battlefield by Company 2 is so well optimised, so all made for PC, and it's a great game on console. I prefer it on console because I'm not very good at PC, but it's a great game on there, and it's just personal taste whether it's better than Call of Duty, which I think it is. But like, genuinely how the game works on PC, Battlefield 3 is going to destroy Modern Warfare 3 if based on anything in the past. Like, Black Ops was supposedly terrible, Modern Warfare 2 was just meh. Call of Duty is not made for PC, it's made for console, and it's a pretty good console game. I'll give it that. I don't want to say that, but in terms of how it plays, it's quite good. The content of the game, on the other hand, is completely different, but that's not my point. So you get where I'm coming from there. These guys from Call of Duty community, we all have this. Well, I've always got this one guy in my mind who knows nothing about this game, and yet thinks he does, and it makes my blood boil to hear him say a word about this game, especially when it's negative. Mr. Game Attack, step right up. Okay, it was on Painkiller already. I don't know what episode. They've been going a long time, and I've listened to all of them. Well, not all of them, because I've got loads queued up to go to France with, but anyway, that's a different story. And and they mentioned Battlefield 3, and I was like, no, just stop talking already, because Kyle doesn't do anything gaming anymore, at least like no video related stuff. I mean, yeah, he plays games, but I don't really care for his opinion, because I don't know, I feel he's like detached himself from the community, and rightly so. He's fucking exploded. Like 1.2 million is it now that he's on, or something like that. And then you've got Woody, who is a Call of Duty player. I don't care what he says. He is not good at Battlefield in any regard. He put the game down before he got to Magnum Ammo. He made his judgments on the game in 10 minutes and a few hours, not 10 minutes, by level 10 and a few hours of game time, you know? I do not care what he thinks. He never got Magnum Ammo. He never learned how to play the fucking game. He didn't understand what a vehicle is. I mean, goddamn, he wants smaller maps on Battlefield 3? You want smaller maps? You complain about Call of Duty, and this is to all of the Call of Duty guys, really. You complain about Call of Duty and all its flaws and all these problems with the game, and that whenever they release a new shooter, oh, it's not really as good as Call of Duty. It's not as well, the controls aren't as tight, and the maps are too big, and somebody's better than me. Oh shit, I can't play this game. Why can't I play this game? Because I'm not putting any time into it. But you know what? I'm going to tell everyone it's a bad game. And the only reason I think this year that's not going to happen so much, because Battlefield Bad Company 2 got slated, got absolutely destroyed. I mean, people didn't even touch it until recently. I know that Dunkus and Bendro and Gold Club, they've all picked it up recently. I remember I mentioned them before. I saw a fragment of content from them. It was a welcome fragment, because they acknowledged people that showed them how to play it. I know D-Crew played with them a bit. I know that people like S&Ds is acknowledging Enigma for helping them with the game and things like that. I know that there's just a lot of people out there who are seeing that there is a Battlefield community established, and the Battlefield players are good players, very good players in some respects. So you don't want to talk about the game because you don't know anything. You go to these guys and you leave the job to them. I wouldn't go to Woody and tell him how to fucking code software, because I don't know anything about that shit. He knows what he's doing when it comes to that. I'll leave him to it. That's why he should do exactly the same thing concerning anything related to Battlefield. And I know I have a dig at him a lot. I don't like him. The only reason I'm subscribed to him, for anybody that picks that out, is because I'm waiting for him to upload a Battlefield game or video related to this game, and I'm going to go and watch it and head desk my fucking 10 minutes away, because I don't care what he says. It's just full of rubbish, and it's a dig at not only him, because I know I am ripping on him a lot, but it's everybody from not only Call of Duty but any other game who makes out upon Battlefield's release that they know what they're talking about. If they haven't played Battlefield before, and I'm not gonna lie, I've only played Bad Company 2, okay? I've watched footage of other games. Oh, well, I've played 1943, I think it is, the one that was on the Xbox arcade. That was my first game actually of Battlefield, but yeah, I got Bad Company 2 as well, and I've played that a bit as well, a fair bit. So I know more. I've got more grounds to say anything than some people. Let's put it like that. Not everybody, because I know there's people that have played Battlefield games since release, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to make out like I know more than them, because I really don't. I mean, yeah, I've never played the actual Battlefield series, so calling me out on that, I'm acknowledging it already. So there you go. But the people, it's going to make my blood boil. I know Benji saw called it out, that these people that just know so very little about the game that they're playing, and they talk and they preach the rules and how to play the game, and it's just sad to see it, because you saw a great example of really fucking up when Wings of Redemption posted that video on Terminal Domination about the woman on the NoobTube class. That took over the game by storm, like took it over by force, because nobody could do anything else. You fucking go commando crazy, you hack it, or you use NoobTubes, or you use the fucking ump. You know, that was what the game was all about on Modern Warfare 2. I can only see someone like Woody being like, holy shit, I found a great class. Everybody should check this out. Guess what it is? You know, you're going to run the Gustavs. This is what you want to pick out. The Gustavs, yeah? You want to put Mark II on there, because that boosts your damage. I know they said they weren't going to put any boosting things in, but like Battlefield Bad Company 2 wise, so what they would have said. You want to put your Gustavs on, you want to get your fucking Mark II on, and you want to get your extra rockets on. You want to go kick the shit out of everybody in the other team. You know what you're going to do? You're going to be the best player in the game because of this amazing class that I got you, so you should hail me as a king. So what's going to happen? They're going to find something like that, they're going to expose it, and it's just going to be sad times for all of us. I know that I made very little sense this commentary. I'm probably going to follow this up another time when I've got a bit more to say. I know I've been ranting for a while, and I probably repeated myself a little bit because I've done it twice and I don't know what I've said. But the Battlefield community as a whole is established. We are there, we know what we're talking about, we're looking forward to our game, and we're going to play our game well. And the people that come in and don't respect that the established community knows what they're doing, and this goes for anybody, as I've already said, I think all we need to do is just, you know, I hate to say it, but I think we just need to tell them to fuck off. Because otherwise, we're just going to get a lot of shit in the game, and Battlefield 3 is going to be the game of the year. Skyrim, for anybody that's thinking, is my second game of the year, but they're a different thing, because one's multiplayer and one's single player. So, multiplayer game of the year, boom, Battlefield 3, there you go. We need to make sure the game is played well. I don't want to see fucking Gustavs going everywhere. And that's about it, really. Gustavs and useless 12s. Could do both, without both of those. It's been a long time. I'm back on and I've been on for a good while. I hope you've enjoyed it so far, and if you got to this stage, then I love you very much. Fuck me, I've got to go and render all this shit out. Right. I will speak to you all soon. Don't know when. Don't know where. Don't know when. But this is Just an Average Gamer. Signing off.